Hi everyone, I hope you are enjoying Pimcore Inspire so far. There are a lot of interesting topics today, aren't there? Anyway, I am Talina, I am Sales Marketing and Partner Manager at Pimcore, and in the next 15 to 20 minutes I'd like to focus on the Pimcore Sales Pitch. That means, how do we pitch Pimcore? What is important to know? What should you care about? And where do you get all information that you need for a perfect pitch? So when I started to think about how to structure this talk, I started researching because you will probably know that Pimcore is a huge platform with a lot of features that you can pitch properly within 20 minutes. And I found something interesting, and that's this one. You probably know all this little guy. Correct, it's Goldfish. Some of you may be wondering now what I want to tell you, but stay tuned. A goldfish has an average attention rate of 9 seconds. Not that much, right? Well, what I also found was this. So, as I said, a goldfish has an attention rate of 9 seconds. What do you think was the average attention rate of humans in 2000? Well, you're probably wrong, it's 12 seconds. So, only 3 seconds longer than a goldfish. And in 2015, it was only 8 seconds. And then, and this one still sounds horrifying to me, an average internet user has an attention rate of 3 to 5 seconds. That's almost nothing. And why do I tell you that? That means it's very hard for all of us, so also for our customers, to focus on one topic for a long time. So it's important to try and keep their attention high. I also found something different, and that's this diagram. People in classes and meetings tend to have the highest attention in the first 10 minutes. What does that mean? You have to tell your customers the most important thing about your presentation at the beginning of the presentation, so in the first 10 minutes. What you are telling after, that is still important, but your customer has to understand the key facts in the beginning of your meeting. You may have guessed what I want to tell you. Keep it short and simple. And we all know that's not easy with Pimcore, but make sure that your customers understand what Pimcore is and why it is so useful and the perfect fit for their company. And that's what I wanted to talk about today. It's how can you introduce Pimcore best to your customers in the first 10 minutes of your presentation. So let's jump into the Pimcore topic and leave the psychological part behind us. First of all, it's important that Pimcore is a seamless platform that combines data management on the one hand with experience management on the other hand. Why is that so important? Because you need only one platform to manage all your data and create an amazing user experience without the need of any interfaces. And that is exactly why Pimcore was developed in 2009, because there weren't such tools that allowed companies to have all their data in one platform. But our founders were in need of such a platform, and now, 12 years later, a lot of analysts, but also companies, have recognized us or have been using Pimcore until today. You can see that in our awards. We are, for example, Cool Vendor by Gartner, Featured by Forrester, High Performer by G2, and we were awarded as Customer's Choice 2021 in MDM Solutions. So not only analysts find that Pimcore is a great solution to manage all your data, but also actual users and companies are very happy with Pimcore and likely to recommend it. And as you can see, there are a lot of big but also small enterprises that are using Pimcore. For example, Ingram Micro is using Pimcore as a PIM for their 20 million products. Liebherr is using it as a CMS to present their product features perfectly, and Vespa is using it, for example, as e-commerce and has its own product configurator out of Pimcore. And there are a lot of more use cases. So this one is very important now because the ecosystem is already big and it is growing. All over the world, more than 100,000 companies are using Pimcore. That's a huge number, but that's not all. There are also 380 developers who are contributing to Pimcore every day to make this platform even better as it already is. Thanks for that. And then finally, it's about our partners. At the moment, we have almost 140 partners worldwide who help us to implement Pimcore. So this is you or can be you in the future, and that is very important for us because we can be sure that you know how to implement Pimcore best for our customers. In other words, there are more than 450,000 installations with really a lot of data. So with Pimcore, more than 3.6 billion products, master data and customer records are managed. There are more than 700 million media assets stored in Pimcore and more than 150 million web pages and print documents. And this leads to more than 10 billion data intelligence relations within Pimcore. So important for your customer here. There are already a lot of companies who are using Pimcore, who manage really a lot of data within Pimcore and who are happy with Pimcore. But let's have a look in the structure of Pimcore. As I said in the beginning, Pimcore is a seamless platform that combines data management on the one hand and experience management on the other hand. So that you don't need any further interfaces if your customer wants to. And those two parts come with a lot of components that can be used. So there are 4 components on the data management side, starting with the PIM, Product Information Management, to manage all your products and the information that come with those products. Then there's the MDM, the Master Data Management. This is even more than a PIM because it allows you not only to store product-related data, but also data that hasn't any context with your products. For example, suppliers, spare parts, employees, and customers. And for customers, we have the so-called CDP, Customer Data Platform, that allows you to store all the data concerning your customers. And then finally, on the data management side, Pimcore offers a DAM out of the box to store all your file-based data like videos, photos, or documents. On the experience management side, we offer a DXP, a digital experience management that allows you to create a user experience out of your data. This can be in form of a website, apps, digital print documents, or another form. And there's the possibility to use Pimcore for digital commerce as well. Important here, the customer doesn't have to use all of those components. If they only need the PIM component, that's fine as well. But there's a third part, the part of delivery, and I want to show you that one as well. So first of all, Pimcore is fully API driven. So if the customer needs to integrate it with any third product, this isn't any problem. Then Pimcore comes with an amazing feature, the Data Hub, which is a visual configurator to manage all your interfaces here. So you don't have to code anything, you can just configure those interfaces. Also, Pimcore offers you the so-called experience portals, a kind of front end that your customers can use for their stakeholders to share certain data without having access to the backend. And finally, there's the possibility to send the data from Pimcore to more than 2,500 marketplaces. Well, that's already a lot, but I also wanted to show you what could be the benefits for your customers. So first of all, your customer can reduce their time to market as they have only one platform to work with and not a lot of different tools that have to be integrated with each other and maintained. This also comes with a simple system architecture. You don't have multiple tools that need to be integrated with each other and also configured. So you have just one seamless platform. This leads also to the fact that there aren't any error-prone interfaces that need to be maintained regularly because there aren't any interfaces. You also get the best total cost of ownership because you have to pay for only one tool. So the maximum is license costs for this tool, and those aren't very high for Pimcore, so a cheap alternative as well. You have a better experience for your customers because they can manage all their data in one platform. You need only one login to manage their digital assets, their product information, and their digital commerce, for example. And all of the information is in just one space, one platform. And finally, your customer can lower their IT costs because they don't have several licenses, they also don't need several interfaces, and they don't have the high maintenance costs. And when you're done with that, and if your customer understands what Pimcore is, you can go into the certain components and features that are interesting for them. You may say, no, well, that's great, but I need some help, some information, or some material. If you are a Pimcore partner, you will know the Pimcore Partner Portal. Here you can find different sales presentations for all components of the platform, for different editions and so on. You can find here also information about the Enterprise and the Cloud Edition, and comparisons between Pimcore and different products. You can also find reports from analysts here, and if that isn't enough, you can also find case studies here that you can show your customers. If that doesn't answer your questions, you can contact us directly, of course. So Stefan, Max, and I will be happy to help you with all questions that you might have. Just write us an email at pimcore.sales@pimcore.com. Yeah, so I am now at the end of my presentation. I hope this talk was helpful for you, and I wish you an amazing and interesting day at the rest of the Pimcore Inspire, and never forget the goldfish. Bye.